After 3 months of aggressive savings, I managed to save up $5,000. So watch to the end where I show you in the past few months of aggressive savings, the breakdown in April, May and June, the total amount that I saved up. Alright friends, welcome back to the channel. It is that time of the month yet again. Right now it's the end of June and I'm gonna bring to you the Money Diary series where I go through the spreadsheet right behind me to show you whether have I kept to my budget of $400 in expenditures and $1,500 in savings. If you're new to this channel, welcome. But before we dive straight into this spreadsheet, I just want to show you that it is still possible to get cheap food right here in Singapore because for my lunch today, it only costs $3. Let me show you what it is. Let's go. This dish right here, it only costs $3. It's the vegetarian bee hoon. So if you're wondering whether food cost in Singapore has gone up, yes, it has, but you still can find food at $3 or $4. Just head down to your local coffee shop or your hawker centers and you can still find food at that price range. If you do not know what a coffee shop or a local hawker center looks like, check out my surviving on $10 budget right here in Singapore on a work from home day and you'll get to see a snippet of how a local coffee shop looks like. Right now, let me just finish up my lunch and I'll show you my spreadsheet where I bring to you guys the cost of living right here in Singapore as a Singaporean. I'll see you later with my spreadsheet. A few lunches later, right now let's just dive straight into my June spreadsheet. We'll wrap up June and then we'll budget for July as well. Surprisingly, this month I actually didn't explode as much as I thought that I would, and the surprise is that I did manage to save $1,500. Continue watching, I'll show you how exactly my spending was this month. Let's just go in the usual order that we always do. My sources of income, $3,254, and my bills was $1,247. In total, this month was higher compared to May because of my insurance premiums yearly renewal. And if you have a look at May, it was $715. And this month in June it was $1,200, so it's a little higher. June is an anomaly month. But after that we move down into savings and the surprise is that I managed to save $1,500 this month. This is mainly attributed to having earned a little higher income in terms of having sold my speaker that I mentioned about in my last video. When we move into expenses, the expenses summary actually showed that I didn't spend as much as I thought that I would as well. So in total this month, yes, I spent more than $400, but it is not way above the $400 amount. It was only $498.34 if you can see here. Let's just go into the nitty-gritty of what I spent on this month. So for groceries, I spent a bit more, $48. Eating out, I spent $216.65. I didn't eat out as much for work, but I spent more on individual meals. For example, the jumbo meal that I had was $52. So when you go into a restaurant and have your meals, it's not gonna be cheap, but you can still find cheap food in Singapore. Like what I showed you at the beginning of this video, if you are eating on your own or around your workplace area, you will still be able to find cheap food. But when you're out for social gatherings and you do have your meals at restaurants, definitely it's not gonna just be $5 or $10. It wasn't too bad for the month of June. I was expecting that my eating out cost was going to be higher because June was a month with many special occasions. Move into transportation, I spent $57.54. The next item will be entertainment. So for entertainment, I actually went to watch a movie with my mom. So that was about $21 in movie tickets already. And what other entertainment did I spend on? Oh, the entertainment that I mentioned to you about in the last video. We went to sing KTV with my friends and giving was $40, wellness was $85. I cut my hair, bought a few products, and in total, my grand total was $498.34. And it's not too bad considering that I thought I was going to spend about $700 over, but that wasn't the case. I didn't include the air travel pack that I mentioned about in my last video when I did a mid-month check-in. With the expenses that I'm going to incur for any travel, I'm not going to include it in my daily expenditures because that is an anomaly and it's not a day-to-day living cost. For travel, it's going to fall under another budget that I have been saving up for, and that will go into there. So moving on to the right side of the spreadsheet, something new that you would see here is the credit card tracker table. What I did here was that for the different cards that I use, I track the spending on each category to let me know how much I have left that I can use for that card. Take for example the DBS Live Fresh. For the PayWave transaction, I only spent $315.23, which would mean that I have about $84.77 left in that category for me to spend on for PayWave transactions, and that would still earn me 5% cashback. With this tracker, it makes it easier that I don't have to go in every single day, add up every single transactions that I have in a spreadsheet to let me know how much I have left, but this accumulates on a day-to-day basis based on whatever that I key in the expense tracker, and it will let me know how much I have left to spend on that specific card. This is a major lifesaver. It saved me a lot of time going into the app to check how much I have left. That really helps me to maximize the credit card cashback that I can receive every single month as well. My strategy is most of the time when I maximize one card, I move on to the next card. This is how I personally maximize my cashback earned every single month. For miles, I only earn using one card, which is the DBS Altitude card. And I've also applied for the HSBC Revolution because that card gives me 4 miles per dollar. As much as possible, where possible, get a card that will give you 4 miles per dollar. If you watch all my past videos, I'm a cashback pro person, which is why I always use cashback cards compared to miles card, but when I maximize all my cashback cards, I will use a miles card. This is my spending for June. Right now, let's go into July. I'm gonna save you some time instead of going into my usual July budget. Because I'm still gonna be doing this aggressive savings, I will only spend $400 in a single month, and I'll still continue to save $1,500. After the 3 months in July, August and September, I will come back and let you guys know how much have I saved in the last 3 months. I will still be doing the Money Diary series where I cover my expenses, but I will not be budgeting for the new month ahead because I see no point. I will still keep to the $400 and $1,500. If you like this content, definitely give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. And since it is the end of June, we have passed through 3 months of aggressive savings, and since April up until June, to my surprise, I actually did manage to save up $1,500 every single month. If I go into my annual overview dashboard right now, let me just show you. In April, I saved $2,000, and in May, slightly above $1,500, and in June, I saved exactly $1,508. To my surprise, the past 3 months have been great for my savings. I did manage to hit $1,500. Largely is because of all the small additional income that I've received based on like selling things from my room, or like cashback that I've received, and also dividend income that I've received. So that's great news, and I really just wanted to share it with you guys that saving $1,500 with the mere income that I receive is actually really possible. Start on this aggressive savings journey together with me, with you guys as my accountability buddy. It's really fun. I hope that this content has been helpful for you guys in the past 3 months, and I intend to continue on this Money Diary series for now. If you like this kind of content, subscribe and follow me along on this journey. And I will see you during maybe a mid-month check-in or the end of July. I'll see you.